I'm going to share with you the top 6 issues I see that fail a home inspection most often. Now, I do want to preface the video by saying that there is no pass or fail of a total home inspection. It's up to each individual buyer to decide what issues are important to them. But the items that I see called out most often on a home inspection are going to be number 1, the presence of mold in the basement. Here in East Tennessee, we get a lot of humidity. So if you have an unfinished basement area especially, it's a good idea that you run a dehumidifier down there to help absorb some of that extra moisture. I would also check your gutters, make sure your gutters are cleaned out, make sure your downspouts are cleaned out, because that is another reason that we see moisture in the basement is usually it's going to be in the corner of the house, and it's because those gutters have gotten clogged up and the water is just kind of pooling there at the corner of the house. That is a quick and easy fix a lot of times if you will just address it ahead of time. Second thing I see is that the water heater doesn't have that little overflow pipe coming down out of it. And I mean, that's a very cheap, inexpensive fix to go to Lowe's or Home Depot, get the overflow pipe, attach it to your water heater. That is a safety thing so that if the water heater were to blow, the water is not coming straight out at someone's face. It would be down at ground level. Third thing is we see evidence of termites and even termite damage anywhere that there's wood. So if you have a deck, if you have a wooden porch, it's always a good idea to get a termite inspection done so that you know what's kind of going on. And of course, if you're seeing evidence of termite damage, you need to go ahead and get it treated and get those things remedied before you put your home on the market. Issue number 4 would be missing GFCI outlets and or breakers. So obviously codes on that have changed over the years. Homes that were built back before GFI was even a thing, a lot of times you're just going to add a couple of GFCI breakers to the areas that have water. That's going to be in the kitchen area near the sink. That's going to be in the bathroom areas near the sink. And now code has also got to where you have GFCI breakers in the garage, or if you have a water hose or something outside that would be close to it. Houses these days actually have breakers that are GFCI coded so that it flips the entire breaker if there's an issue. Those are the things that we see come up on a home inspection that's actually a pretty inexpensive fix as well. Issue number 5 is going to be non-working or even missing smoke detectors. And again, that is something that code has changed over time. Used to, if you had a couple of smoke detectors in the house, you were good to go. Now they require a smoke detector pretty much in each bedroom, in the garage, any room in the house. They want it to have a smoke detector. You don't have to add smoke detectors to every room of your house, but I would highly suggest that you make sure that the smoke detectors that you do have are functioning. Replace the batteries in them. If you are missing or don't have any smoke detectors in your home, again, go out, purchase a couple, get them put up before you put your home on the market. Issue number 6 would be issues with the flashing. If you have a chimney that comes up through the roof, if you have the vents that come up through your roof from the bathroom or the kitchen, they have what's called flashing around them. And a lot of times that flashing becomes damaged over time, or it wasn't properly installed to begin with. So I would suggest if you're not comfortable getting up on your roof to check those things, maybe hire a roofer to come out, check the flashing for you, and get that resolved before you put your home on the market. So that were 6 things that we see most often on home inspections that have issues, and they're also relatively inexpensive to address and correct before you put your home on the market. If you're thinking about selling your home, getting a pre-listing home inspection is always a great idea. That way you know what issues your home has up front, and you can address those before you put it on the market. You won't have any surprises when the buyer comes through and does their own home inspection. As part of my seller success strategy, I pay for a pre-listing home inspection for my sellers. So if you want to learn more about that, be sure you send me a DM. I'm Amy Shrader with RE/MAX Real Estate 10.